Oops, I have my mic muted there. Hello and welcome to the Great Western main line. We'll be driving this Class 387 from here in Paddington down to Reading today. As arriving next to us is a 360. The reason why I haven't done the headlights or set the AWS yet, you'll see why, because I've revamped the sounds for the 387. If we put the reverser into forward, and you can hear that we have the proper 387 AWS sound. Put the headlights on, and then if we open the doors, we have the proper 387 door sound. This is what I've spent most of my time yesterday trying to figure out how to do, is I've sorted out the sounds on the 387. Right, let's say hello to everyone. Hello to Essex Mainline, Mary Ezabilu, Clout Coban 007, hello. My Life is Isaac 101, hello. Sean, hello. And yes, indeed, we do have a 387. Where's Josh? I did message him on Facebook saying, are you going to join Call for the Stew? And he hasn't joined yet, unfortunately. Yes, I hope you're too well too as well, Essex Mainline. Do you work for Train Simulator? No, of course not. I do not work for Train Simulator at all in the slightest. Yes, this is one of the reasons why, because I can't script my scenarios properly. I put the script in the wrong text box anyway. Right, let's go. We're now ready to depart for our first stop being at Ealing Broad. Oh, we need to put the pantograph up, don't we? There we go. And off we go. It is indeed an 8-coach train, excuse me, that we're driving today. We have... Oh, we don't speed already. Oh, we are speeding already. 387157 at the front, along with 37171 bringing up the rear. I'll explain what I did with the sounds. You know, with the train symbols, literally anyone can adapt them however you like. So that's what I've done, because it's, I mean, in the end it's just a set of files which you can adapt. I didn't, I mean, I admit these sounds are not mine. The sounds are from the brilliant Sapiens Sound on YouTube, who travelled on one of these 387s and recorded brilliant sounds from that, but this is obviously for personal use. I'm not selling these or anything like that. And I probably won't be able to really distribute them for free either. This is just completely for personal use. It is a lot of fun. It's quite fun to do. You just, I guess you just record different sounds and then replace them with the original train sim sounds. We also got the horn from the AP377 instead of the standard disgusting horn that comes with the 387. Class 387 has a character, I guess now it does, yeah. So we have a couple of AI passing us now. First being a Heathrow Connect 360, and also we do have a Great Western 387 which is also coming in from Reading. Oops, I've just moved my monitor to the wrong place, there we go. You're an Xbox player, you have Train Sim World 2 at your disposal. That is a really good game. And I reckon in 10 years time probably, Train Sim World 2 may have, well, there might even be a Train Sim World 3 by then. Train Sim World will have about the same amount of third-party content as Train Sim does, or Train Simulator 2021 does now. Should be really exciting to see. But then there'll probably be another Train Simulator out by then. Is the Class 345 on this pack? Unfortunately, the 345 isn't available in Train Simulator. And I don't think there are any Bombardier Adventures that are available for Train Sim. So that's the 710, the 720, 345, 730, none of that. Can you get off the driver's seat in Train Sim? No, you can't. But it's the same. It's the same as Train Sim World 2. You do have different cameras you can choose from, and you can look around the train. But no, you can't leave the driver's seat by pressing A or E or whatever it is for Xbox. I wish TS was on iPhone. Yeah, that would be funny. That would be really funny. Passing Aldgate Common Depot. On the right, the depot on the right, just there, which we'll come to in a minute. It's just on the right. Yeah, that depot is completely filled with 345s at the moment. Yeah, I haven't actually watched the Rail Fan Fest. I'm not too sure what it's about, but I will have a look at it. Are you busy? Are you busy on Saturday next week? I'm going spotting in London and wondering if you'd like to come. I am planning on going spotting on Saturday to possibly try out my new camera. Another couple of AI podcasts. Yes, that would be quite nice to do if you just send me the information on where you would like to film, and I would be quite happy to arrange something. Have you seen my videos? Yes, I have looked at your channel. I see you are a resident of the Sunshine Coastline, I assume. I do miss the 360s as well. Oh yeah, 6 mainline, that's fine. Soon Aldgate Common will be a world-class interchange hub with the arrival of High Speed 2 and a new Crossrail station. Yes, Aldgate Common is going to be a brilliant interchange hub, and then once West London orbital stuff gets sorted out, then it will be really quite a big interchange. Because half of Aldgate Common isn't actually needed at the moment, so they could easily, yeah, it's going to be a big interchange. My life is Isaac 101, I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure what it is. Until we are at Ealing Broadway. Oh, you live in Clacton, nice. Another person who lives in Clacton. Hello James, I'm not too bad. Be a nice screenshot. Whoops, pause the game by accident, there we go. Lots of people saying hello. Wish I'd lived in London because you get to see more trains, but no. Ah, that's a shame. You do have quite a lot of variety there. You do get lots of freight up the Great Eastern Main Line, don't you? Class 387, yes indeed, this is a Class 387. Hello to the Chiltern Railway fan. I am fine, yes. Having a good day so far, at least. Yeah, It is really expensive. I mean, now it is. You could buy a pretty nice house outside London for the same price as a flat in London. Yeah, and you have to be very careful with where you choose in London. Where you choose to live in London, because half of it's chav infested. Right, let's head off. Also have just been advised that there is a signalling fault in the Hanwell area, so we do need to be ready to stop at a red signal by then. But we will be able to pass the signal at danger with permission from the signaller. Yep, there's... oh no, that's the morpeth for the 80. When do I normally stream? Sunday 4 PM, always Sunday at 4 PM, over on the channel. On my channel, indeed. You sent me the details via Discord, cool. Oh, an Intercity 387, that would be absolutely hilarious. Yeah, in City 387, yeah, that would be funny. I think a Dynamic Lines 387 would be quite funny to look at. In fact, we do need to slow down to about 45 now. Because I really do like the Dynamic Lines livery. Can you sound the horn? It's still a bit broken because it doesn't loop properly, but that is it. It's just nicked straight off the AP 377. The depot whistle is still the same. That comes with the stock 387. Right, we should see our first double yellow just after Hanwell. Oh no, it should be a single yellow, shouldn't it? Because we already had a double yellow. Chav infested. Yeah, and then you got some places like Marylebone, which I went to Friday, where there's not a McDonald's for a 10-minute walk, and in London that's outrageous. Is there a glitch with the overhead wire posts? There might be, because this is a third-party add-on. What makes you say that? They look alright to me. But this isn't the original route. The original route was completely diesel. These wires are added in off a Steam Workshop thing. Why does the texture of the 387 look weird? Because this is made by DCG. Yeah, it looks a bit off. It does look a bit off. I see where you're coming from. But I have looked for better models of the 387. This is the best one I could find. As a Heathrow Express, or this would be a 332 in real, or it will be 387 now in real life, wouldn't it? Passes us. This is the faulty signal to stop ahead. Yeah, London is full of McDonald's. Alright, Maidenhead's your local. We'll be passing through that later, won't we? Holborn area has lots of McDonald's, yeah, they're everywhere. King's Cross is, I think, like 2 McDonald's opposite the road from each other. Yeah, the traction sounds are the worst part about the 387. Ah, we were so close, but we just went past that red signal. With the emergency brakes. As there's a Freightliner 66 which is standing here. That's just come out Hayes and Harlington tarmac. Yeah, South West and South London are quite nice. Places like Richmond. We are going to have another red signal at the other end of Southall, so we do need to be careful as well. And South East London is quite nice as well. It's quite nice to go through on the train. Some parts of North West London are quite nice as well. But most of East London is full of chavs. Right, we do need to stop at the platform here. I think Southall is a slightly shorter platform, or maybe that's another station I was thinking of, but we do need to stop right in front of this signal. You've seen that 66 on the Great Eastern. Oh, your local is Crouch Hill, was it? I was about to say Crouch End, but you know that's not a thing anymore. Might be a thing in the future though. That's on the Goblin, isn't it? That's quite a nice line. It's often quite a busy line though. Oh, the post looks very weird. Yeah, they do look... I see what you mean. It does look a bit off. I'm not sure which textures it uses from. Probably a DTG route. Yes, please someone fix the sound of the 387. Or if not, I'll work on it myself and I'll get some audio scripting done to try and get the traction motors from the AP... or try and get the traction motors from the AP377 on this. And the physics are a bit off as well. You can literally go from 70 miles an hour to 0 miles an hour. You can see that in about 0.3 miles. And I very much doubt that the braking on the 387 is as good as that. I mean, it's good. Oh, Punjabi signs as well. That's helpful. Talk about those. Yeah, I want McDonald's as well. I didn't have McDonald's. I mean, I had McDonald's on Friday, but I wouldn't. I really wasn't supposed to because we're. I'm not going to give away what me and Great Eastern Train fan did on Friday. But basically, in the end, we got stuck at Marylebone for an hour, and that's and we basically had to walk 10 minutes to a McDonald's again, which is in London, is absolutely outrageous. And then we had to run back. I'll leave you to think what else we did that day. That'll be uploaded to my channel very soon. Right, we're shortly about to depart Southall as a 387 passes us on the fast lines actually. Let's go. 710s are alright. Their seats are a bit hard. They feel a bit like park benches to me, but it's a commuter train, so I'll let them off on that one. For me, areas like Muswell Hill and Crouch End deserves a rail line. Maybe a light rail network between Muswell Hill and Finsbury Park could work. That could be a good idea. We've got the Parkland Walk, or what is the Parkland Walk now? I was envisioning something maybe like the London Tram Link, like the section between Reeves Corner and Wimbledon, or between Sandilands and Elmers or Beckenham Junction, sort of a bit like a light rail thing, but can... I know, I guess that just is light rail anyway, isn't it? I am a big fan of light rail. That's one of the reasons why I like the tram so much. I think we're racing a 165 now. Yes, we are. The 165 is bound for Bedwin. 387 is the best train in the world of trains in the world. Oh dear. It is quite a well-made train in train symbol, but again, DTG with their sounds, they do need to sort out their sounds as well. I think they're actually beating this 165, which is on the fast line, which must be slightly embarrassing for the passengers on that. Hello Roscoe 103. I always mess that up every single week. Hello Roscoe Train 107. I hope you're well. And welcome to the stream. Even the SCR 387 looks better. It probably does, to be honest. Here goes 165. Actually, no, that one's bound for Oxford. Oh, it's bound for, oh no, it's bound for Banbury, that one. That's before the IETs took over Oxford services. It arrived here at Hayes bang on time, I think, despite those glitchy signals. Yes, I'm not bad. I'm really not bad. Good to know that everyone is well. I'm just happy that we can travel again, really. Although these streams will still continue. I really do love making these streams. I love making the scenarios for them as well. Oh my god. What are you doing? Fair enough. Yeah, they really do need to fix these passengers in Train Simulator. Look at the way they walk. It's just really unrealistic, and they do the most stupid things, like last week at Woking, one of them walked in front of the train, didn't they? That's good timing, hopefully. We do need to gain some time for later, because we do have a lot of stops. It's going to be very much chop and change later on. At least the door chime in the game sounds good. Yeah, that's because I changed it. I just nicked it off Seppian Sound. I mean, I used his video, massive credits to him, but it's just going to be for personal use, unfortunately. What was that, TPWS? Hello CP Trains, hope you're well. The reskin is available on, if you just search up Super Alps reskins on Google, and then you'll go to his website and you should be able to download it from there. Yes, this reskin is by Super Alps, based off the South London Lines 377, or the South London Lines 375 even. Not sure why it's based off that model. It's identical to the Brighton Main Line 377. Ah, so you don't have any textures at all, it's just, or you don't have the train itself, you just have like, or it's just like a missing train. Oh, you can't see the carriages. Mate, you do have the South London lines, right? I assume you do. Because you're talking about the 456. Wow, this is going to be a very tight stop. Oh no, maybe not. I reckon we can stop this one. That is what you call efficient stopping. Oh no, we're not going to be able to stop. But yeah, the West Drayton doesn't have long enough platforms anyway, so we're going to have to overshoot. And we'll let the rear two coaches go on. In reality, these platforms have of course been extended. There we go. The rear of the train is snugly on. Whoops. Oh, so you do have the South London lines. I'm not sure. Try installing the reskin again, that's my advice. Do they have the Class 800 in Train Sim? Yes, you do. If you purchase the East Coast Main Line South for Train Simulator, then the 800, then the 801 will come with it. Spoiler alert: it's not particularly good 801. So we're currently waiting for Armstrong Powerhouse or someone to make a sound pack for the 800, or possibly even an enhancement pack if we're lucky enough. Here comes another 387. Yeah, we approached way too fast. We came into the platform doing 45 miles an hour. Here comes another 387. Right, let's head off. You had the 801 come free without East Coast Main Line South. Is it part of the European Local Assets Pack now? Armstrong Powerhouse, they did put something up on their Facebook page saying that they did record sounds with Great Western Railway for the 800 and 802. Is there any places on the Great Western Main Line in London with no barriers? Apart from Paddington, of course, I don't think so. Acton Main Line has barriers, Ealing... Oh no, Ealing Broadway has barriers, West Ealing has barriers, Hanwell has barriers, Southall has barriers, Hayes has barriers. I think, yeah, all of these stations up to Slough have barriers. The first station on the Great Western Main Line that doesn't have I can't talk today. That doesn't have barriers is Burnham, which will be passing along on the way today. It's one stop after Slough. I think Taplow doesn't have barriers. I'm not sure. Oh, we do need to slow down. Right, we do need to slow down. You majorly need to slow down. I'm not having it overshooting again. Yes, Maidenhead doesn't have barriers. I think Twyford doesn't have barriers either, although I might be mistaken. Do you know more about the Great Western Main Line than I do, Ross? Twyford does have barriers, but it's just Maidenhead and Burnham that are fast stations on the Great Western Main Line between London and Reading that have barriers, or that don't have barriers. Yeah, I'm sure someone will make a 769 in the Great Western livery. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, the 319 pack is already made by Armstrong Powerhouse, so it will be a good quality model. You should do London Liverpool Street to Southminster in a 321. It's the Crouch Valley line, I believe. Yes, I do have the Crouch Valley line for Train Sim. We did drive it on it from South and Victoria to Liv Street once, didn't we? Yes, that is a really nice line. It's a really well made line as well. I'm surprised that such a good route. I remember when I drove it, I was so surprised that such a good route could come out of the UK Train Sim freeware packs, because that route is completely freeware, and it is a brilliant route. Right, let's go. We are going to arrive at Twyford slightly late. We'll try to minimise that as much as possible. We're going to go full throttle out of either. I haven't actually heard the 769 diesel engine, but hearing a 319 on diesel is just... that's not going to be nice. Class 321 are dying, unfortunately they are. They're trickling very slowly towards Newport. That hurts me, don't say that. Fortunately is a thing. Twyford doesn't have barriers, just contactless card readers. We meant the gates to the fast lines. Not... yeah, we should probably have rephrased that. Sorry, South Western Railway fan. As in gates obstructing your views to the fast lines. I'm sure Twyford has contactless card readers, because you can go contactless all the way out to Reading now, can't you? 321s are quite basic, they're Braille units. They do have quite a lot of character about them. Although, personally, having been on the 720s, I do prefer the 720s now. I mean, lots of people are going to say, oh, they're just cheap plastic trains. But they're not, they're actually really good trains. Yeah, it's good they have the winding electric traction motors as well. Well, not actually too late into Langley. When I was testing the scenario, or even later. What's this passing now? Another 165 in dynamic lines. This is going from Newbury to Paddington. I thought we'd replace them as well with motor Desro type electric type ones. That'll be interesting. Who loves a 745? I do. Apologies, I didn't read your message. 745, controversial opinion. They are absolutely brilliant. I know there's at least one person in chat who disagrees with me. And I know there's at least one person in chat who agrees with me. It's a very controversial train. I really like it. They really do feel like they're quality trains. $720s are fab. They're absolutely brilliant. I can't complain about them at all. Except maybe their seats are a bit hard, but I guess that's just relative to the 321. I mean, the 321 seats are absolutely amazing. Except if they had a bit more legroom in the facing seats. Now the motor's very quiet. For most people who aren't train sim enthusiasts, I guess you could say train sim, or train enthusiasts, that would be a good thing, but it's a shame that you can't hear the motors. So of all the adventure trains. I think they have silicon carbide inverters instead of the IGBTs, which the 387 in fact is an IGBT, like with all the Electro stars. F for the 321. F for the 321 definitely. Although Renatus are going to stay there. But if you have been on the Great Eastern, or you haven't watched my Stratford video, then almost all the trains on the Great Eastern, almost all the 321s on the on the Great Eastern are 321s, or Renatus 321s. Five car 800. I think that's on a Westbury Paddington service, that one. Well, I think that's part of the COVID timetable, because I've never seen Westbury to Paddington before. Ah, you've never been on the 321, now's your chance. Goes this one. Slough again has a very short platform for some reason. It's a really stupid platform here at Slough, it sort of cuts off at one end. So we'll only be able to get the front six. Oh, we're not even going to be able to get the front six on, are we? I think it's yeah, the whole platform can only fit 6 cars. It's fun, we'll add another car on the platform. Yes, Essex Main Line, I'm very intrigued as to what your stations are that you've just sent me on Discord. Never being on a 321 is a bit like breaking the law. I mean, what on earth is happening? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, only 6 cars on the platform. But obviously, Slough can obviously now accommodate 9 car trains and I think 10 car trains on the fast lines. Yes, the 321's very nice. The only bad experience of me being on a well, it wasn't even a bad experience, I quite liked it. It was between Manningtree and Ipswich in August last year. We were on a 321, I think it was 363, it smelled like it was burning. What have we got passing us now? I think it's an HST. Oh, it's another cucumber. It's a 10-car cucumber. Next stop is going to be Burnham. I'm actually doing really well on a time front actually. When I was testing out the story, I didn't do so well on this. This Burnham is a really good place to spot. I'd really like to come here one day. It hasn't got any barriers. And like you're saying, Ross Maidenhead doesn't either. Oh, we have a shed passing us now. This is going from Wentloog to Felixstowe, running about 5 minutes early. Which is currently sitting in the Goodsleep at Slough. I assume to have let the 387 pass. Get the pink container on there as well. The 321s are going to be here to stay for a bit. I guess. And then they're going to be converted to Class 500s, I think they are, which are hydrogen units, but that's all a test bed at the moment. Not sure when we're going to enter passenger service. 315 80 watt, 807 and 802, if that's what you mean. That pair went, I think they are still at Ilford, but they're not in passenger service anymore. There are still some TfL Rail 315s lying around, but they'll all be gone by the end of May. $315,809. I'm not sure about $315,809. I'm really not sure whether 315,809 is still alive. It's probably at Ilford sitting around, if not it's at Newport or Booths. Just reading note, 315,809 is sitting at Ilford Depot at the moment. Although it's not in passenger service, and it probably will never be in passenger service because the last London Overground 315 ran in October. Yeah, it's good to do the Great Eastern Main Line while we can, while the 321s and the 315s are still around. Somebody please say 315,809. Was it a 315,809? I mean, just like an attachment to one single unit, I guess. Sometimes on weekday evenings the 315s come up, rarely any 345s, really. I thought the 345s were doing all services. I mean, I did see one at Stratford that was doing an ECS from Aldersbrook down to Liverpool Streets, must have been doing a service from there. You're just so happy that 315,809 hasn't been scrapped yet. Oh yes, I think my track atlas. We're not in Ealing anymore, are we? We're in west of Slough. Long way west of Slough. Yes, nowadays these trains will be replaced with TfL Rail Class 345s. They're 9-car up to Reading now, I think. HST. 345s would operate this route in real life. At least you're very happy 315-809 is still there, I guess. When will the 455s get replaced? The South Western Railway 455s should be starting to go probably by the end of this year. The Southern 455s, I'm not sure yet what's going to replace them. The Southern 455s haven't really had much confirmation as to when they'll be retired. Although, yeah, the Southern 455s are in a pretty sorry state. You snugly on the platform? Bang, we're on the platform. Can we open the doors at both ends? Did we get that perfectly? We got that perfectly, nice. Plus 43 for life, yes. For the HSD, the good old HSD, the 125, the 255, or the 254, whatever you want to call it. It's a brilliant train, absolutely brilliant train. Still holds the record for the world's fastest diesel locomotive, and that set it in 1978. That's been the best part of nearly 45 years now, and no one's broken it. Oh, look what we've got coming down here. We have a pair of Class 73s. As we depart from Maidenhead. This one is going from Reading Triangle sidings to Tunbridge West Yard. A Network Rail test train, of course. I would be very sad if I was on this platform, because I get completely bowled by the 387. Yes, there is actually a 315 preservation group on Facebook who have raised quite a few £1,000 now to get a 315 preserved. I'm not sure whether one's going to be preserved at the National Railway Museum. I really hope it is. I know that a 313 is going to be preserved at the National Railway Museum. That'll be 313-201. Yes, we need another pet preserved. Oh no, North London Transport Enthusiasts, the 710 seats are horrible. The 700, I would not like to sit on one of those from Bedford to Brighton. That would not be nice. The 375s are very comfy seats. One thing I noticed of the 377s, or the 375s, and I assume they're the same, really in terms of the seat comfort, is that the seats are a lot more comfortable in the driving cars of the 377s and 375s than in the intermediate carriages. If anyone knows why, then please pop that down in chat. That would be greatly appreciated. Ah, you're one of those people who are collecting things. Oh, the 315 with the parts. Someone was selling a 315 AWS bell on eBay. That went for nearly £300. I guess if you're just one of those people who look for train parts, then fair enough, you can buy what you buy. No one's going to complain. I nearly got bowled at West Hampstead. Oh yeah, 700 for 43-102, that would really not be good at all. I assume you're on the middle platform. And then one came down heading south that stopped on the platform right in front of 43-102. That would be a real shame if that happened. That would be a real shame. I still haven't seen 43-102. I mean, 43-302 is my profile picture on YouTube, but 43-102 I've still not seen in the new livery. As soon as I see 43-102, then I'll change that to my profile picture on YouTube, because currently my profile picture is a bit outdated, well, despite me taking that only in December. Oh yeah, we shouldn't press that. Has anyone noticed that the 377-5 still has the pantograph on top? That must have been one from its Thameslink days. I'm surprised it still got that. Because South Eastern wouldn't need a pantographs, would they? Well, 32. I very much doubt 313-121 is going to return back to service. Because it had a pretty nasty failure at Kensington Olympia. Because it's just been sitting in the cold at Fern Park the whole time, and its electrics failed, or its electrics probably blew up, or its electrics blew up. That's what's been fixed at Eastleigh. But I doubt it's going to return to service because it had some, yeah, so it was a pretty big fault it had. You got to wait everyone to switch platforms, that makes sense. There are still quite a few 315s. There's definitely at least 2 sets. Isn't it 313-121 fixed? I don't think so. But it's at Eastleigh though, it's in the works. When I pop down there, sometime I'll check whether it's there. Oh, that's an interesting thought Peppy and me found. It's the only dual voltage one left, you'd be right. Visible joy. North London transport enthusiast. I'm just looking at my track atlas. Between Maidenhead and Twyford there's at 25 miles and 0 change. There's something that says current limit of electrification. Although I very much doubt that. There's electrification that goes all the way down to, I think, Bristol Parkway now. She's still in the process of having her electric alternator inspected. Alright, I see. There was a video that someone posted at Kensington Olympia where you could, or the headlights were, I guess the train equivalent of glitching out, the headlights were messing about. They were like shining really bright and then sort of popping. It was not a good sound at all. You would not, I mean 313s make a popping sound all the time, but it was not a sound you'd expect a 313 to hear. $7.30, I think looks alright in the London North Western livery. It looks alright. It looks quite futuristic, I guess. It's one of the, I mean, compared to the other Bombardier Adventures like the 710, the 345, it looks a lot nicer. In my opinion. It's not the worst. Look, it reminds me a bit of the 385. I mean, the 385 is a really nice train. It's about the, I think, it's the about the only good 8200 that is one of the only few good trains that Hitachi has made for the country. It's still 2 315s, let's go see them while we can. I mean, to save one. There is a 315 preservation group on Facebook. If you go follow it, then have a look. Do you like the concept of contactless payment? I think it's unfair that teenagers can't pay with their cards, but adults can. I think they should link an age of a bank card to the fare you pay. That perfectly makes sense. I totally agree with you, CP Trains. You know, I think it's a bit of a stupid idea anyway that you allow contactless, but not Oyster. In the eyes of the adult, they're exactly the same thing. So why would you only allow one? that just annoys people like me to prepare child fares. Yeah, the 385, lots of people call them blue bottles because they're blue and they kind of look like a blue bottle fly. Yeah, the 380s look like being punched in the face. I mean, the 385s kind of do as well, but... So I want to go to Reading. If I use your car, but I would have to wait and buy a paper ticket. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And you can actually get to a Reading cheaper, or of course you can, but you can get to Reading cheaper on a paper ticket than you can on a contactless card. That's even for an adult ticket. You can get to Reading cheaper. It only costs something like, I think it's £9 from Paddington. And we're going to totally overshoot the platform, aren't we? Right, the signal's gone red. But we'll try and get the rear car on, why not? Right, we're just wasting time now, aren't we? Right, let's go. There are many theories as to what happened to a 365. The first one actually went for scrap on Wednesday, got dragged up to Crewe South Yard by 37884 from Hornsey. I'm not too sure on the set numbers, but it was an 8 car. But there is a theory that they'll become postal trains, a bit like the Class 325 are now. I could totally see that happening. I mean, the 365 definitely still have some life left in them. After they go for storage, I mean they're going for storage, but I reckon they'll probably be scrapped, unless they go to Royal Mail or somewhere. Shame about the 345s, they're not good trains. I wouldn't really mind if 315s did Crossrail actually. Yes, I saw 66, 779 and 793 went to Grain from Colnbrook, or went to Colnbrook from Grain. You were lucky enough to see that, were you? I heard that was happening, that 779 and 793 were around. But I didn't manage to see it, or I was in London that day, I was just in the wrong part of London. Sadly, the Mercury perhaps. It's a shame. Yeah, all 365s are going by May. All of them will be in storage by the end of May. I'm not sure when the second move is. I saw 37884 as a light lake on the Great Eastern Main Line the other day. I assumed that was going up to Clacton Carriage Sidings or Colchester Carriage Sidings or Parkston or somewhere like that to get a 321 for scrap. There was a scrap move that I missed by 5 minutes that ran on Friday, which is 37884 dragging a 321. Why are Great Northern getting into the 365? That is a very good question. I'm really not sure why Great Northern are getting into the 365. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. They have disabled access, so they're fine to operate in 2020. Because they don't have any feelings. And then they go around begging Stansted Express to give them their 379s. And then they go around going to C2C to ask for their 387s back, which were originally supposed to go to Great Northern, but Great Northern said they didn't need them because they had enough 365s. Oh, we have a light 60 coming. That's a bit random. That's going from Reading to West Ealing Loop. That's on a DC rail freight. driver training run. Give the 365 to Abellio Greater Anglia. I don't think they really suit Abellio Greater Anglia, to be quite honest, but possibly. What's replacing the Southern Turbo Stars? My hope is that 769s, which will also replace the 455s and 313s. Sorry, pep fan. 769s could easily do that. They probably will do that because they're saying that the 171s will be withdrawn at the same time as the 455s will. I think that, yeah, the 17. Oh no, the 171s are going sooner. The 171s are going to East Midlands Railway, aren't they? Not too fond of 365s. I'll have a happy train. I do quite like the 365s. They always have like them. The motors sound amazing. Why don't you like them? Which is the worst operator in London? Southern always go on strike and are quite frequently late. GWR Thameslink Railway have lots of delays, but they have a huge network, so that's not really their problem. But I have to say, if there was one train operator in London which I would say is the worst, it would probably be Chiltern. I mean, they have very nice trains, but their service pattern is completely messed up. Completely stupid service pattern that they have. The one thing worse than a train being late is a train not turning up at all, and that's what you get with Chiltern. If you had the money, you'd get rid of the diesel engine, I don't blame you. Keep the 313s going on Southern, give them 4 more years. Yes, we need to keep the 313s on Southern. There's nothing that says they can't run. Oh, hang on. Yeah, the platform is right in front of us, actually, according to Train Sim. Yes, but a route replacement will by the new franchise perfectly makes sense. Perhaps probably some saddlers, that'll be nice. Or some civities. That would not be nice. I've never been on the 455, they're alright. Chiltern seriously needs those passing loops. They do have the passing loops. I mean, I got stuck at a South Ruislip for 5 minutes to let a freight train go through, which makes no sense. So I guess that's good, but at one point during the day there was no trains out of Marylebone for nearly 50 minutes. And that was really not good. 701 really looks ugly, I don't like it. I totally agree. 455 looks better. Looks like a wasp. I like 455s, especially 455-7s, because they have the X508 TSO on them. Yes, they do. Well, they originally supposed to be free cars. Interesting. Anyway, we have arrived into Reading nearly 5 minutes early. As we arrive, I'm just going to end it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed. Next week we're staying in West London. We will be driving on the London Underground Metropolitan line that's available with JustTrains and Train Simulator from Uxbridge down to Aldgate. Yes, thank you very much for watching. Goodbye everyone, and I'll see you next week. Well, I panel to break supply 8 times. Right, see you next week.